Aloha! We're gonna do turkey chili. So there's a couple of variations to this recipe, and I've done it many times. I've cooked it for many different types of people, and kind of got it to where you can do it super easy. I'm gonna show you the super easy way tonight. However, you can add a ton of stuff to it to take it up a notch. What I'm using is the. Show you this. This is the organic ground turkey from Costco. Obviously you can use different types of ground meats. You could use beef, chicken, pork. I use turkey because it's more lean. Yet again, many different ways you could take this. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook off the turkey. And you can see actually we already cooked some turkey. So when you get it from Costco, the organic ground turkey comes in 2 packs. So I cooked 1 pack off already. This is the second pack. And I kind of first started developing this recipe when I was asked to cook for the YMCA. There's a program called New Keiki, and they worked with kids that were struggling with their weight and their health, and some of them were obese, some of them had diabetes, and excuse me, I was brought in to develop recipes and kind of teach them how to cook healthy, delicious meals. And so one of the recipes I developed was this turkey chili that was super simple that the kids could make with their families. So in this program, what was great about it, unfortunately didn't really continue on after about, I think they were going on for 4 years, and I did all the cooking lessons for 4 years, is they wanted the family members, the caregivers that were in charge of taking care of the children to learn about health and nutrition and exercise and cooking so that they could help the children grow together and learn. So again, over the years I've developed this. There's really only a few ingredients. It's the organic turkey from Costco, some organic diced tomatoes, organic tomato paste. Okay, these are all Costco. Taco seasoning, also Costco. And we're going to use some organic peanut butter and some organic honey. Okay, so really that's it. You can add in fresh onions and fresh garlic and all of that, yet really with these simple few ingredients it's going to turn out pretty good. After it's done, you can add in things like corn or other vegetables. You can serve it over rice, you can eat it straight as is. A lot of different ways to do it. Also, I'm going to cook a big batch of it. I'm going to do about 3 pounds of turkey, right? That's going to make a huge pot of chili. You can make that in advance and it'll last you a week. You can freeze it and it can last you months. So definitely a great dish to do if you just want to eat healthy, you want to prep a lot at a time, and also a very great dish to do, just chili in general, soups, stews, chilies, to do in a time like this when you need to eat at home and maybe you need to stockpile food. Again, a super simple go-to dish. Alright, so I'm just cooking off the turkey right now. It's almost done. Now the key here is you don't have to cook the turkey all the way through in the pan if you are using a pan, because a few more ingredients have to go in, and then it's gotta stew and cook with all the other ingredients, so it's gonna continue cooking more. So at this point you kind of just got to get it to like a medium well, and the rest of the cooking will finish it through. So what I'm doing is, as it's sauteing in the pan, I'm kind of mixing and breaking it up so they're not in huge chunks. Okay, so while that's going, I'm going to open up the can of tomato paste. Okay, turkey's looking good. That's pretty much done. Okay, and I'm going to move this over so you guys can kind of see what's happening here. So again, I did 2 whole packs of organic turkey, ground turkey from Costco. It's a little over 3 pounds, all cooked off. Now I am using 2 pans in this recipe. You really can do it all in one if you wanted to. That way you have one less dish to dirty. Okay, so you can take a look at that. So there's all the turkey in there. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in this organic tomato paste. Spoon. So we're going to use 1 whole can of this. Okay. Now we're adding diced tomatoes, so 2 cans of this. Okay. And then you can add some water. Now I have some leftover water from dinner earlier where I boiled some broccoli, so since this water's got flavor, I'm going to use this. However, you can use regular tap water. So 1. And what I'm doing here is I'm just using these cans as measuring, and since I'm using the water to rinse these out, I'm getting all the flavor out of these cans as well. Okay, stir that around. Okay, so far we've only got really the turkey, organic tomato paste, organic diced tomatoes, and water. We've got 4 ingredients, and we just got a few more to go. Next, I'm going to throw in the taco seasoning. Okay, now this is like a super shortcut method. You could use other spices like chili powder and cumin and all this kind of stuff. Yet this pretty much has everything you need to make a nice flavorful chili. So I've got about 4 ounces here. I'm going to measure this out just so we can see what it looks like in terms of volume. Okay, so measuring cup, it's 4 ounces of taco seasoning, comes out to 3/4 cup of the seasoning. Okay, so that's going to go in here. Okay, so now we're at 5 ingredients. Okay, now there's 2 more ingredients to go. 5, 6, 7. So a total of 7 ingredients in this one simple chili, turkey chili. That is honey and peanut butter. You don't have to use peanut butter, especially if you've got peanut allergies. You can use other types of nuts. However, peanut has a nice round creamy flavor that's going to help fill this gap in these ingredients right here. Because you've got the really plain muted turkey flavor, then you've got this spice and flavor from the taco seasoning, you got the tartness from the tomato paste and the diced tomatoes. So peanut butter is a flavor that kind of rounds out and fills out those flavors. There's very few ingredients that kind of do what peanut butter or any nut butter, almond butter, cashew butter can do. So I feel that it's an ingredient that will help take chili to a next level. I hear that is one of the ingredients inside Zippy's chili, which is what makes it taste so good. And if you look at the color of Zippy's chili, there's got to be peanut butter in there. Just by, it's not that bright red, right? It's got kind of this like a creamy brown. Now I haven't put in any peanut butter yet, so we're gonna do that in just a sec. First, I'm gonna put in some honey. And I've never really measured how much honey I put, so I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna get a estimate, and I can tell just by eyeballing. Let's do this. Take this off. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be enough. Now I've done this enough times where it was too sweet, right? So we definitely don't want to put too much honey. However, the honey is also going to add that flavor component that typically chilies or chili seasoning, chili powders don't have. So I like to put a little sweetness in there. This also doesn't need to be honey. It could be sugar, yet not as healthy in terms of glycemic index as honey or maybe even agave would be. So you can use other types of seasonings. That'll work fine. Okay, so I can tell that's not enough. So we're gonna go, my guess is we're gonna need at least half a cup to get just the right amount of sweetness. And I'm just mixing different types of honey. It's all gonna taste the same once it goes in there. Almost there. Okay, half a cup. You know what? That might even be too much honey. Let's check. Let's go with a quarter cup first and see how that tastes. So if you guys want this recipe, I'll send it to you. Feel free to, again, make additions, make adjustments to suit your liking. This is kind of just what I found that has worked for me. Now at this point, we got one more ingredient to go. Well, maybe potentially a little more honey, and then the peanut butter. I'm gonna taste the flavor to see where we're at right now. See if it needs anything. I just want to taste the sauce to see how the sauce is coming out. Actually, could use a little more honey. Okay, so maybe half a cup is the right amount of honey. Okay. Now I've also more or less kind of eyeballed the peanut butter, so I'm gonna wait. We're gonna measure this one out here too. My guess is somewhere between half a cup and 3/4 cup. So let's throw that in there. So pretty much all the ingredients you can get at Costco if you wanted to. Okay, so we're at a half a cup of peanut butter right there. That looks pretty good. Stir this puppy up and let's see. Oh, so I want to show you guys the what it looks like. Okay, so that's as the peanut butter is going in. Let's see if we get some light. Okay, so you can see how it's got that bright red. As I incorporate the peanut butter, it's going to get more of a muted, creamy, peanut buttery brownness that'll tone out this bright red a little bit. Okay, smells so good already. Now, like I mentioned before, you could really do this all in one pot. So after it's done, you can throw this whole pot into the fridge, chill it overnight, eat it right there, put it over rice if you want. I've even tested this in an Instant Pot. You know, really the incorporation of flavors is pretty much done at this point, and the turkey's already cooked through at this point, so it is edible. You can eat it right now and it'll taste great. What I have found is at this point, right, if I were to either transfer it into a pressure cooker or Instant Pot, or if I started and did this whole process in a pressure cooker, then put the lid on and then pressure cooked it for about 10 or 15 minutes, it actually, you know, in the process of pressure cooking with all that pressure intensity in the pot, it intensifies the flavor a little bit more. It also softened the turkey a little bit more. So another tip, if you wanted to take this recipe to a slightly greater level, and you'd only be able to tell if you had it this way and then in a pressure cooker, you could kind of tell the difference. Yet I can tell the difference because I've had it so many times. So if you did have a pressure cooker or Instant Pot at home and you wanted to kick it up a notch more, you could finish it in the Instant Pot. Okay, so now I can take a look at this color. See, it's not that bright red anymore. It's kind of toned down, starting to really look like chili. I also don't like beans in my chili, and that's why we don't have any of that in here. It's just straight turkey and tomatoes. Now, of course, we've got peanut butter, so this is close to a paleo or keto meal. If you were to replace the peanut butter with some other type of nut butter, like cashew or almond, I believe then it would be paleo or keto. Okay, let's taste the flavor. Yeah, good. Now, I could use a little bit of salt if you wanted to. However, in this seasoning, there is some salt, so it's pretty good right there. If you want more heat, you could add some pepper or other type of spice. Yet, really, let me just double check this to make sure it's okay. At this point, it tastes great to me. Yeah, that's good. Now, I will say this. The peanut butter flavor, maybe just a notch more. It tastes good to me, yet it stands out a little bit too much. So instead of the half a cup, which we did, maybe a quarter cup or slightly over a quarter cup probably would be enough for this dish. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know if you have any questions. If you want the recipe that I went through tonight, let me know. I'll send it over to you. Have a great evening, and I'll see you later.